is Jersey's morning show, Jersey Central with Bert Barron, and it starts now.
It is 8:09. It is hour number 3 of Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Welcome back inside the Forge Jeweler Studios on this Telefriend Tuesday. It is Bert Barron. Great to have you here. Our contest is coming up just a little bit. Going to give away a family 4-pack of vouchers, Disney on Ice, Passport to Adventure, that is coming to the Sun National Bank Center in Trenton beginning on January 5th, and your chance to call in and win the vouchers that are good for a whole bunch of performances is coming up a little bit later on in this 8 o'clock hour. We've got our Need to Know Things coming up as well, and there's a lot of really good ones to catch you up on, and we'll do that also coming up in just a little bit. But first, speaking of the Sun National Bank Center in Trenton, roaring into town this week, and always a lot of fun when Monster Jam comes back. And let's go to the Jersey Central Newsmaker hotline and welcome one of the drivers who was going to be taking part in the Monster Jam event in Trenton this week. Let's say hello to Zane Rettew, who is from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, going to be driving the Stinger truck in Trenton this week. Zane, good morning. It's Bert on WCTC in Jersey. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Good,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Good to talk to you. I always wanted to know, what's the coolest thing about driving the monster truck? Is there any one cool thing that makes it the best job in the world?
There's so much cool things. I mean, it was a childhood dream of mine growing up. I mean, I think it's pretty much any kid's dream that goes to a show they want to drive one when they get older. But, you know, as stuff goes on, I like meeting the fans. You know, now that I've been driving for long enough, I like having our pit parties, and I actually like getting down and dirty and, you know, meeting all the fans at the meet and greets.
It's a tremendously fan-friendly event, I have to say, where, you know, every time there's a competition, you know, you guys are talking to the host there, and you're thanking the fans for the support, and that really goes a long way. It's such a fan-friendly sport that I've noticed over the years.
No, absolutely. You know, if it wasn't for all the fans, everybody says it, but if it wasn't for the fans, we realized we wouldn't be able to do what we do for a living. So that's why we have our big pit party on Friday before the afternoon show. You know, it's like an hour and a half before the show.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gets to come down onto the floor, take pictures with the trucks, you know, meet all the drivers, take pictures with us. It's a great deal.
And I guess the first thing people do when they walk up to the truck, Zane, is they look up, their jaw drops, and they take 2 steps back and say, wow, I had no idea that the truck was this big,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely. You know, everybody watches us on TV and, you know, on Monster Jam, and even if they've been to a show before, until you actually get beside one of the trucks, you don't realize how big they are. And, you know, us being around them all the time, we sort of lose perspective of how big it is. But, you know, the tires are 5.5 feet tall,
Man,
3.5 foot wide. The trucks are 10 to 12,000 pounds. I mean, they're massive.
yeah, and it's a great family fun. It really is what you guys are doing. Did you start, you know, traditional motorsports, you know, motorcycles and stock cars and stuff,
No,
Zane?
I didn't take my training wheels off my bike till I was like 16 or 17.
Wow.
So no, I was a monster truck kid. You know, from like 2 years old, I went to the old Philadelphia Spectrum there and saw Monster Jam, my first ever show. And man, I was just hooked. I don't really remember my first show, but I remember as I was like 5, 6, 7 years old. It's all I wanted to do. So I actually, I mean, I rode 4-wheelers and whatnot through, you know, high school and whatnot, but you know, and I went pretty much right from high school into working crew chief for a team, and sort of worked my way up. And back in 2010, my wife and I decided, you know, enough working for somebody else, we're going to build our own team. So we built our first Stinger in 2010, started running it in 2011, and ran it clear up to this year. And then now we actually added a second truck to our team, the Master of Disaster, which it'll be running in Trenton this week, excuse me. So we're excited. We took a big leap, went to a 2-truck team, and you know, hopefully it all works out for us.
Very cool. You know, they say when it's motor racing and you have a couple of different teams, you can kind of share information, and, you know, one team try to helps the other, and before you know it, you have 2 very good cars. Does Monster Trucks work the same way when you have more than one vehicle? There's benefits to that?
Absolutely. We had to teach ourselves everything about Stinger. You know, we started way behind the 8 ball, you know, trying to learn and make improvements, and we spent thousands and thousands of dollars, wasteful money, just starting in the wrong direction and then redoing it later because we realized this was the way you needed to do something. So Master of Disaster is starting light years ahead of where Stinger was. So we're definitely excited. Master of Disaster, it's been out for about 3 months now. We've done probably about 24 shows with it. This will be the second Monster Jam it's done. It did Cedar Rapids, Iowa 2 months ago, and now we're ready for Trenton. Stinger had a really good showing. My first Monster Jam I actually ever did back in 2014 was actually in Trenton at the Sun National Bank Center. When we rebuilt our third Stinger, built the brand new one, and Monster Jam decided to hire us. That's actually where we debuted the truck, and we ran against Gravedigger and everybody that weekend, and we actually walked away that weekend with a wheelie competition win.
Wow.
So super excited. Trenton's been good to us in the past, so hopefully history will repeat itself for us this week.
Yeah, let's hope so. Our guest is Zane Rettew. He is a driver and an owner. He's going to be appearing this week with the Monster Jam at Sun National Bank Center. Get your tickets for that, which is always an awesome time when the monster trucks come to town. As far as being a team owner, you get a couple sponsors behind you, and you hire some people, and next thing you know, you got these teams, and you're going all over the country and just enjoying some success. I'm taking it, right?
Yeah, we don't have any huge sponsors. We have a lot of local sponsors, local to like the actually Lancaster, Philadelphia, Trenton area that help us out, that are going to be there cheering us on. We don't really have any national sponsors quite yet. We're working on it, but we are definitely trying to make a name for ourselves. And actually, the cool thing about Trenton is the 2016 season is actually over. It's in the books. So Trenton, New Jersey, actually starts. There's only one event going on this week and weekend for Monster Jam. So Trenton, New Jersey, actually starts to fresh points and everything for the 2017 season. And I myself, I'm 29 years old, so I'm trying to get to the Young Gun Shootout at the World Finals this year in March. So I am actually starting my trip here this week in Trenton and trying to rack some wins up. So you're going to have some hard-charging trucks out there for sure. We're
Nice.
all fresh off we've had about a month off now getting our trucks revamped, and Christmas is over, New Year's is coming. The new season has started this week, and we're all itching to tear some stuff up.
Nice. Well, good for you. Well, hopefully you'll get the 2017 season off to a good start in Trenton this week, Zane. Is there a Facebook page or Twitter where people can follow you and your teams?
Yep. If you just follow Monster Jam, they have pretty constant updates on most of us, and then also Stinger Monster Truck on Facebook. We update that pretty fairly often, give T-shirts away, some body panels, and always have our schedule and stuff updated on it. So Stinger Monster Truck, and then also Monster Jam would be a great way to get in touch and follow with us.
Good stuff. Well, Zane, good to speak with you this morning, and good luck this week in Trenton. And here's to a great 2017 for you and for your teams, and have some fun at Sun National Bank Center this week, my man, all right?
Thank you very much.
All right, my pleasure. Thank you. All right, Zane Rettew, my guest on the Jersey